Hey, this is Big Papa Will. We're in the kitchen. It's Christmas 2015. And today we're going to make sirloin steak, chicken, egg Foo Yong. Over here we got our cabbage we're going to cut up, simmer for a little bit. We got some white onion. We have our green onions. We have our garlic. We have our celery over here. Then here we have our big pot where we're going to make this magic. Skillet. It looks like a big pot, but it's just a skillet. Then over here, we have our skillet where we're going to cook down the celery and the cabbage so it'll fit. Right here, we have our eggs and our cornstarch to thicken up our gravy with. Got 7 eggs ready to go there. We got our steak chicken roux. Look at all that fat on top and all that flavor. Yeah, that's what that is. Then over here we have our steak and our chicken all ready to go. Now we're going to use mushroom gravy. And I don't want to make a mistake on this and try to make my own gravy. I watched the Chinese do it. I watched the Chinese American do it. And I watched the American do it. The best I can come up with is that I'm going to have to do it like this, y'all. Okay? So let me start cutting up stuff here. I'll be right back. Now we're going to add in our meat that we cooked, our chicken thigh, and our sirloin steak. Get that all heated up. Get it all mixed in here. Get a real good mix of meat and vegetables going on here. Get that balanced egg Foo Yong all cooked up. That's a lot of meat in there though. I love meat in my egg Foo Yong. If you ever fix me some egg Foo Yong, just make sure got plenty of meat in it. Because if it ain't got a lot of meat in it, I don't want to eat it. Okay? Okay, now we have our meat and our vegetables all mixed up. Now we're going to add our 7 eggs to the mixing bowl. And then what we're going to do is going to scramble these eggs in with all our meat. And then we're going to be ready to go to the big skillet. So now we got the eggs in there. Now we just need to beat them in the meat. Okay, now we got our eggs and our meat and our vegetables all mixed up. That's looking really good. Now we're going to move over to our big skillet. We're going to turn this big skillet up on high. And high on this stove is like 6. And then we're going to add 2 cups of corn oil. And let that heat up. And then from there, we're going to start adding the eggs. And soon you'll be looking at... Oh man, it looks so good I had to pause. Soon you'll be looking at steak and chicken and vegetable, egg Foo Yong. Okay, the oil is hot. I think it's time for us to start making egg Foo Yong. So I'm going to use this soup ladle, and I'm going to make some very small amounts. So this is going to be our first one. Here comes our second one. That third one on up there. And one more for this batch. Get that fluff up here. Get them all cooking. Spread it around a little bit. Now what we want to do from here, we want to make sure that they're cooking solid. When they're nice and solid on the bottom, we can flip them over. So let's just let these sit sit and cook for a little bit. Just watch them. Just building egg Foo Yong out of nowhere. Just gonna suddenly appear and be egg Foo Yong. Just keep an eye on them so we can make sure they get nice and hard on the bottom. Also, we're going to sprinkle a little oil on top of them. Make sure that that white is on top is getting cooked as well. Let's change hands here. So we're just going to put a little oil on the top. And make sure that it's cooking. It won't run when we flip it over. So we're just going to cook them brown on the bottom there. Man, that's looking good. Ain't it? That is looking good in that skillet. Let me tell you. It's funny. I can only eat like one scrambled egg for breakfast, but I could eat all 4 of these egg Foo Yong patties for dinner. It's Christmas, right? Who cares about your weight plan for Christmas? It's time to eat. I'll just make that my resolution to lose all this fat that I gained eating these egg Foo Yong patties here for Christmas. Yeah, that'll work, right? You agree, right? So I'm just gonna let those cook for a minute, see how they're doing. Make sure the skillet is doing the right thing. Let me see if I have to move these around a little bit. Oh yeah, I can feel it down there. Listen here. So what am I just doing? Move these around just a little bit. So that this can get up here. And the skillet is hot as it appears. Yeah, they're all floating around in there. Looking good. Yeah. So we're gonna let that do its thing for a minute. Now you can see the brown edges forming. Yeah, that means that side is done. Now let's flip those over. Yeah. Oh yeah. I can feel it. Come on now. Flip over. Flip a little rough. There you go. Flip on over. Yeah. Yeah, look at that. Nice and brown. Woo, that's looking good right there. Let me feel this one. Come on, buddy. Oh, nice thick one right here. Nice thick one. Get out from under him. What are you doing? Come on over here. Flip on over. There you go. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Nice and brown. Let's get this other one over here. Come on, buddy. Come on, buddy. Yeah, let's get you on flipped over too. Get you on flipped over. Yeah. Get you against the side so you can flip over. Yeah, just get on out here and flip over. I don't care. There you go. One more. One more. We get this other side brown and these ones will be done. Uh-oh, you just crushed it. I'm going to give you some more on the other side. He ain't quite ready yet. What do you think? He ain't quite ready yet. We gotta let him get brown some more. There's his brown side. Okay. Yeah, we see you now. Yeah, they're looking real good now. Who would have thought? Look. Foo Yong in it in the kitchen. Yeah, we're gonna let that brown on the other side now. Okay, we're stirring in our 1 cup of water to a mushroom gravy mix. And then while that starts to simmer, we're going to go over here and we're going to get our roux, which basically is what we cooked our chicken and steak in. And then we're going to add 1 cup of our roux to the soup. And as it heats up, we're going to get it all stirred in here. Maybe I should use a ladle on this, or this other thing. Some of this gravy mix actually like it don't want to mix up, so I have to get something else out for it. Oh, I see, that's the mushroom back to that way. Trying to scare me. So we're just gonna stir this for a while. Get it nice and hot. And then while it's doing that, we're going to get a tablespoon of cornstarch and add to it. Make it thicker. And now, cornstarch is working. You feel it getting thicker. You see? So I'm going to turn this heat down a little bit. Get this heat turned down. The gravy's smelling real good there. So we brought the gravy to a boil. And you just keep stirring it now. It's just really getting thick. And that rice, we're just waiting on that rice now. Oh yeah, this gravy's getting real thick now, buddy. I like my gravy thick. I don't know about you, but I like my gravy thick. Okay, what we're going to do now is we'll go up here and get the main ingredient, Kikimon. We're going to get the Kikimon naturally brewed soy sauce. Give it a little more color. But that color is looking real good now. Nice and brown. We'll just add a little soy sauce too. Okay, it's looking good. The egg Foo Yong is ready. I've been keeping it on warm so it ain't all cold. The gravy's all thick and ready. Let's check this rice. Oh yeah, that rice is looking good enough to eat. Oh man, let's get this all on the plate, boy, because I think it's all ready. Let me get a big shot of that. Yeah. Okay, let's start getting this plate loaded here. Let's get this rice over here.
Outlaws, switch up, we going southpaw. We came to ride on y'all catch the downfall. Whether you're ball and hustle, best to stand tall. It's the last call.